Welcome to the Player Supreme Show here at ZenMac.com. I am your host, Player Supreme. Welcome, brothers. I'm reading J. Tim's post. Going to make some improvements. That's what it's about. Refining your skills. He wrote, "Greetings, brothers. Lately, Supreme has been teaching us about the importance of words and how important they are in seducing a woman. Not only seducing, but also in control, achieving mental control." Now, this is different than what Greece is teaching. In Greece's paradigm, the control is given. Control is given by the woman. She looks for a dominant, because these women, they need dominance in their lives. They're sexually primed, tuned to dominant males. In my world, I have to seduce a female. My teachings are about controlling the mind. You control the mind, you control the pussy. Okay? So hand teachings are about BDSM, their world, and control and domination. It's more of a ritual thing, and mine is more about seduction. Okay? Don't get the two confused. Both of us, both worlds, we look for women that are primed to masculinity or masculine males. Although I've seen some so-called doms that were not masculine before. That's down in Cali. In fact, women can be dominant in their world and have either male or female slaves or subs. My knowledge of BDSM's world is limited also. Just to my pickings of the outskirts of it. I believe I wrote about it in my conversations with Candy, who was part of that world. Okay. He writes, "As of late, I have been examining myself and the changes I have experienced. I do not look at women the same as I used to before, and my confidence has seriously peaked. I am not yet at the level where Supreme and Brother Grease are able to transfer energy to women, but eventually I'll get there someday." That is the other stuff that we do that majority of you guys don't believe in, and that's okay. That's why we have our advanced level. He writes, "A 47-year-old woman who complimented me on my looks has contacted me, and we started chatting from there." So she sent to him, said, "Very, very sexy pics, sir." And he said, "Thank you. I see you are pleased with them." She says, "How so, sir?" He replied, "You said it yourself, the pics are sexy." She goes, "Very, sir." Let me direct you to the first problem. She didn't understand what he said. That means we got to learn to speak clearly, but also on a basic level. A basic, very basic level to these women, and be more direct. To be more like, dare I say, MVP-ish to these women, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. She goes, very, sir. He goes, how do you feel as you look at them? And she goes, sexy and wanting, sir. A desire to be displayed and examined, sir. These women want you to pick their brains, it seems. Greece, 24-year-old, and I've seen it myself, they write a lot. They need some type of control and structure in their lives. As I was explaining to Greece, his 23-year-old is ripe for pimping. She cuts herself. Cutters have low self-esteem. They're trying to destroy themselves. So are eaters. They bite themselves. These are people that you can put on the streets and pimp for money. In my conversation with Candy, I compared the pimp game to the BDSM and the so-called masters. I relayed that they are like, well, most of them at the time were white guys. This is this whole lifestyle is out of Europe. I read the book by Steel Doors, who traced the history back to the kings, Marquis de Sade type shit. One of my females get me the book. She wanted me to be her master. So anyway, let's continue. He asked her, how do you feel as you look at them? And she said, displayed, exam, blah, blah, blah. He said, yes, those are the words that I like to hear from my women. Mistake here is none. I'm not going to say anything. By the way, these women are very intelligent, but I like to speak to them on a very basic level. We put it like that. You definitely, he goes, you're definitely know how to serve. You're definitely? Be careful of, make sure you keep your writing clear and clean. You're definitely know how to serve a dominant man. I would ask the question, do you know how to serve? You are willing to be displayed and examined in order to please your man, is what turns you on. He's making a statement. I would ask more questions, probing. How do you like pleasing your man? Now he asks a question. Orally is my favorite, followed by being displayed with his approval, sir. For him or for others, sir, nothing makes me feel better than to wear his cum. Ugh, sir. Yuck. This is why I couldn't spend time in this community. I'm kind of vanilla, as they say, in my sexual in my sexual area. The only thing I do this non-normal is I butt fuck them. Enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed sticking my dick up their ass, their shitty asses, and have them wash it off. I didn't make them suck it afterwards. I don't do that kind of shit. Speaking of shit, that's what the most I did. I wasn't into tying up and spanking. He goes, indeed. I can see you on your knees facing my crotch, unzipping. Good. And pulling my mighty black cock and put it slowly in your mouth. Your eyes locked straight on up on me. Wearing my cum will indeed be a badge of honor. Now notice his tone. He's coming off more as a dominant male. If we can get his words to sink in, he's going to do well in this community. Remember, the brother is actually from African royalty, so it's in his blood. All those years of his family's past. She goes, yes, sir, I love to sit on the floor and be between a real man's legs and luck and suck, sir. My happy place. I know it's appealing to you guys to have a woman under control like that, and you can. You can get, let's say, a freak there with the right mental pushing. Okay. He says, indeed, that is your happy place, where you belong. Are you touching yourself by the thought of this? And she replies, no, sir, but can feel how wet I am already. And he replies, is that so? How wet are you actually? He's asking more questions. Good. She replies, very wet and sticky, sir. Taste. She's tasting herself. Lump in throat. Tastes very fruity and has a very strong, she wants to say strong, pungent odor. She must be on the cell phone. Our brother replies, very descriptive, I see. Okay, so this is where I would have differed. Okay. I would have asked if she was driving. She did say that, in other words. Let's see. We go back up. Let's see. No, sir, but I feel wet. What are you? Very. Okay. I would have asked her to touch her clit. Take some of that thick stuff and touch her clit. And imagine. And if she had to pull off the road, I would have told her to pull off the road. I would have found out where she was so I could take her into her first session with me. And if she has to pull off the road, while she's pulling off the road, to stroke her clit gently. And she knows how to stroke herself. And I would have built a fantasy of her sucking my dick, feeling the softness of the head around her tongue. See, what you do is you describe it in as much detail as you can. The velvety softness of my head, of the head around your tongue. But you got to make it first person. That's what a lot of you guys don't do. Is you don't make it first person. And I will show you in just a minute what I'm talking about. He writes, very descriptive, I see. That's how I like my women. Their body fully prepared in receiving my huge black cock. He puts in all bold letters. Where their pussy is my home. He's using my stuff. Is my home where my cock resides. Okay, good. Not bad. Just